tell you, you need to listen to what's about to occur because these markets are in a state of flux. Something's got to give, Tom. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, Chuck, and your voice is fine. I was listening to you. I thought you were pretty loud. It must be on the receiver's end because it's coming across. Let me do a test for myself. Testing one, two, three. Can y'all hear me okay?
Sounds perfectly clear to me.
Yeah, it sounds good to me too. All right, let me ask a question before I get started today. I had a couple things. I've been waiting to ask this question. How many people have been taking the trades that I put out on, say, the QQQ uh, or the XSP trades I've been putting out this week? Anybody been taking those trades? Wait, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna make an announcement and I'll tell you more about it later on. But one of the things that I've been able to do, uh, one of the things I've been able to do is get people on the right side of the market around 10 o'clock in the morning. When you say that's true, true, right? Okay. Been pretty lucrative, hasn't it? Well, I've created a special algorithm that will help you do that. And uh, so here's what I need you to do. Okay. Sam says a very fair statement. So here's what I need you to do. This email right here, it's called tbuzztnt at gmail.com. Okay. Send me a request to be included when I go public with this. I don't know when I'll do it, but just say in the subject line where I'll know it's you. I'm only going to take 250 people in this. So do me a favor. Uh, do me a favor. Send me a special email if you want to be included to just say special email in your subject line and your name, phone number, and email. Okay. Now, if you're in the weekend side hustle, I'm going to put a trade out tomorrow afternoon. How'd y'all like that fine time for a dime? How many people like that trade? I call it the fine time for a dime trade inside the 25-cent trader. You like that pretty good too, didn't you? Anyway, send me a special request to have you included. I will keep up with it myself and send it to that email I just gave you. tbuzztnt at gmail. Okay? All right, so hope everybody's doing great. I actually played in the golf tournament today and was out there in that heat, and it was hot here in Florida. It was pretty interesting. Uh, Went out there early, and so it was pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting day. You know how golf is: hit some good shots and some bad ones. Jim says, so far, those 10 cents fine time for a dime trade you paid pretty good. Thank you, Jim. Thanks. Things I truly no, Jim, you got to send the email to that. You got to send it to tbuzztnt at gmail. Tonight, I'll make a little spreadsheet of anybody that was interested, okay? And there'll be more about it as I get further and further in it. The subject line, Brandon, is just say special algo, special algo. Okay. Hey, Edwin, how you doing? Oh, just put your name, email, and phone number. Name, email, and phone number. It's coming to me directly. I'll take it and I'll do something with it. I'll let you know as I develop. Once I get 250, I'll quit mentioning it. Okay. 250 is my number. Okay. All right. Let's get into the webinar. As everyone knows, has been following me for years. This is a big, big month, July. If you were in my TNT today, uh, I got up early about 3:30 this morning, and I started giving a whole bunch of information. Went long to E-mini. Went long to E-mini. The futures trade day. How many people were aware the futures market was open and trading today? How many people were aware of that? Well, I got up this morning. It was up. It set up, and it went up, as Chuck said, went up to a new all-time high of 97 and a half. 97 and a half. And came back down like it typically does about mid-morning. And then, but tonight it opens in a couple hours. So if you're in TNT, I would tell you, did you like the information I put in TNT? All that information I found and shared with you this morning? Yeah, I thought it was pretty good information. Pretty good information. But if you're in TNT, I'll be back in there tonight once the futures opens tonight, and try to get an early start on tomorrow. Now, tomorrow we got a big news announcement, don't we? Got a big news announcement tomorrow. And that's at 8:30 Eastern time. Okay? 8:30 Eastern time. So you finished the 3 days, and write this number down. Write this number down. I'll give you an early number that helps you, if you think about it, an early number that helps you telling you about market direction. So the S&P, that number is 55.97. Write that number down. Tomorrow, after the 8:30 news announcement, you get higher than that, we're going to go up to new highs, okay? Be even beyond. There's your 3-day algo for the month, 55.97. We already know what it is. It's locked in going into that big number tomorrow. And tomorrow ought to be a very interesting day. A very interesting day. So let's get started with the webinar. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And I'm sure everybody else does too. So, the annual webinar. All these years, over 20 plus years, I've been here on July the 4th because it's such a key time to think about it. Two rules. The market will typically accelerate the current trend. That means go a lot higher over the next few days, or reverse the trend on this day. We'll be looking for that answer to that question tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a very important day to pay attention. Okay? Did everybody understand what I said? We're in an uptrend. It's going to accelerate. I gave you a number where you'll know how to judge the acceleration, or it's going to reverse. And I'll help you navigate that tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Write that time down. 10 o'clock tomorrow. Okay? Now, let's get started. There's risk involved in trading, okay? And it's a high degree of risk involved in trading, and past performance is not indicative of future results. I always tell people, do your due diligence. Learn and educate yourself. For those who don't know, I'm Tom Busby. I've been doing this a long time, former Air Force officer, active trader since the 70s, and author of 3 books, and I've worked with a lot of students over the years. I have 3 books: Winning the Day Trading Game, Markets Never Sleep, and Trade to Win. Has anybody ever read the first book or heard the audio version? I'll post a link in there. We'll give it to you. It might be something to listen to. The first book, Winning the Day Trading Game. You might enjoy it. Written about 2005. everything in there is still really valid today. Hey, Chuck, hadn't seen you in a while. You doing okay? Mr. Hinkle? Navy. That's right. Now, we invited our YouTube people in here. And anybody here from YouTube? Anybody here from YouTube? I always like to ask that question. Henry says we got 932 in there. 8,726 views. That's great. In my opinion, you can beat this game of trading if you pay attention and listen and learn. Over my career, I made a lot of mistakes in trading. A lot of mistakes. I take those mistakes, though, and use that information to navigate the markets, whether it goes up or down. All right, folks, here's a trade we did this week. It was on a Condor. Anybody make this trade? It was in our weekend side hustle on Monday. Closed out a trade there. Anybody make that trade? If you're in the weekend profits club. That was according to our formula. This trade was a trade I got aggressive on, lost about 28% on the initial risk on that trade, also in WPC. That was the first loss we've taken in about 8 trades in a row, so that's okay. Kept the loss minimized. How about options on the go? How about that new program, options on the go? Nice trade there, huh? 27%. Let's do a little game here. Somebody keep up with it. Let's go back. Let's go back and look at this week. If we started with $1,000, $1,000, what would be the amount of money we'd have if we put 1,000 on the first trade at the end of the first trade? Let's do a little game here. $1,000 would turn into what? 1,040? Somebody type that in there. Henry, can you keep up as we go through this? I want to keep up, see what we ended up closing out this week. Let's just do it for the fun of it. Okay. 1,040 is the number. Now we're down. We're down $280. So we're down 240 off 1,000. So we got 760, right? 760. That's our low point on that 1,000, correct? 760, right? Follow me through. 760. Now we got 270 back. What would be our thing? If we're 760 and 270 added to 760, where would we be? What would be the number? Take a calculator. 760 plus 270 would be how much? 1,030, back above the center line, right? Now we made another 32%. Where are we at now? Where's it at? 1,350? How are we doing so far? We're getting better, aren't we? Add another 22% in T-Buzz All-Stars. Where are we at now, Buck? 1,570? So we started with 1,000 and we got 1,570. Let's keep going. Let's add another 25%. Where will we be now on that same 1,000? How many people like what they're seeing? 1,820 now, right? Another 3% there. Where are we at now with 3% over 1,000? 1,850. There you go. Then we had a 35% winner on XSP. That was a fine time for a dime. Okay. Where are we at now? 2,200. Hey, it's only 3 days. What is that? 1,000 turns into 2,200, follow what I teach. Another 24%. Where will we be? 2,440. Now, that's the kind of week we've had. 2,440. Now, a lot of you probably not in a lot of those services. So here's what you want to inquire about. We call it the Gold Academy, where you would be. Where you'd be in everything I do on the service side. 2,440. Wade says they should be like I am. You're right, Wade. But you had to learn, right? So I wanted to show you the power of what we do. Let's just stop for a second and think about that. I'll put that up against anybody in the business. That is about the education we have here at DTI will teach you all this stuff because I don't hide anything from you. I show it to you and I do it. Okay? I hide it. I don't hide it. Here's a video we did this week in our YouTube. This is about trading news. I trade news. I teach trading news. We have customer service live from 10 to 1. Buck says he loves this trade. That's 5 times a month. How many people would like to learn 5 times a month when they have reports how to make money? I gave you all the details right there in that video. This Seven Sisters update. Market's very strong. We're in a bull market. And there it is. 16%, 19%, 4%, 9%. Wow. 15%. Down 5 on bonds. All right, key dates in July. If you look at these dates in July, you will see we got a lot of things happening, okay? Employment news on Friday. That's the 8:30 news. High probability day with CPI on the 11th and the 12th. Those are big news reports. Earnings on the 16th. Earnings on the 17th. High probability day on Thursday, the 18th. A low probability day on the 19th. More earnings all month long. And you finish out the month right there. FOMC at the end of the month, July 31st. Okay? All right. As Ed just said, give a man a fishing pole and show him where to fish. That's what education is about the market. Pretty neat the way we lay out July right there. So far, I'm going to stop and tell you what I've covered. I said there's 5 big reports in the month of July. The dates of those reports are opportunities. Go watch that video. Go watch that video. I will probably do flash meetings to help you after those reports. I'm doing one Friday morning. Okay. I got a great plan for July. I also gave you a key number on E-mini. And there's a lot of things I could give you, but one of the things I'll tell you about is I know right now in July, we start closing above 55.97, I'll be pushing things higher. I got something else to give you. Chuck made the comment that I love NVIDIA. I love NVIDIA because it pays me. I got some great news on NVIDIA. I think the odds favor NVIDIA going a lot higher, just like I told you on Apple. NVIDIA above 127 and a high. That's the pivot number for July. Write that down, type it in there. Put it on your computer. Above 127.5, you start finding. Yes, a high probability day, Robin, means the odds are the S&P is going higher that day. That's what a high probability day is. Okay. Now, I just gave you NVIDIA, 127.5. What's the earliest you can get into NVIDIA on Friday morning? You don't want to do it because you got news at 8:30. Okay. That's the number. Yes, Bruce, I got one on CMG. 67.55 is the number on BG, on CMG. I have my numbers, don't I? I know my numbers. I'm going to help everybody with those numbers. How many people are enjoying this so far? Pretty good, isn't it? Getting this kind of information. I told you I'd be giving you a lot of good information. I'm getting you set up to be successful in the month of July. All right, insights to the market. Number one, record Monday's high, Monday's low on the stocks you're watching. That's what I did. Monday's high, Monday's low. Inside our roadmap software, you can spit out any stock or any ticker you need. Insight number two, I already said this. We generally see an acceleration or a reversal of the trend around July the 4th. Well, guess what? Today's July the 4th. The market traded. Now we know the number that it has to break above. I haven't given you a number to the downside yet. We see that number. It starts tomorrow. Insight number three, when prices are trading at their highs, they tend to make higher highs, i.e. NVIDIA above 27.5 is an example. When they're trading at their lows, they tend to make lower lows. Nike's a stock that's trading at its lows. There's an example of those two insights. Let the market dictate to you. Put your prejudice aside, whether you like it or don't, and let the numbers dictate your trade. Here's one for everybody. I've been using it for years. People have been with me for years, love it. When a stock crosses 100, it will typically go to 110. Let's talk about a stock. Taiwan Semiconductor. In December of last year, I told people Taiwan Semiconductor had closed above 100, we ought to be long. If I look back at 2024, I will tell you my biggest miss is Taiwan Semiconductor. Taiwan Semiconductor is at 182 right now. I was on it in December 23. Who here remembers me talking about for the month of December Taiwan Semiconductor? I just told you my biggest miss this year has been Taiwan Semiconductor. Okay? I won't miss it if it closes above 200. It's at 182 now. It's up 82%. I was right there. I told you about it. I hope somebody made some money better than I did on it. But I got a little money and a little interest to collect off Taiwan Semiconductor. TSM is the symbol. TSM. I'm watching it. Don't get mad. I charge interest when I make those kind of mistakes. Y'all like that? That should be an insight too. Insight number 5. The night of the presidential election offers great trading opportunity. If you're with me, and there will be an open platform for the people to take advantage of this, write it down. November the 5th, 2024, that date will produce a lot of opportunity in the market. Who would like to make money on that night and that following day? You ought to listen to what I got to say. I've been doing it for years. I will do it again on November the 5th. Edwin's been with me for a long time. He hadn't missed one of these dates when I give it. Pretty nice. Take losses more quickly than your profits. That's a general rule. So when do you evaluate your profits? Write this down. or options. Who trades options? Who trades options? Here's a rule. This rule will serve you very well. If after 72 hours you're not making money, or the stock kicker is not acting the way you thought it would act after 72 hours with options, it's better probably to pitch it. I mean, throw it back. Somebody type that rule in there. That's a great rule, 72 hours with options. A great rule. Sometimes they vary by days, but general rule, 72 hours. Everybody got that rule? Insight number 7. Always know where your exit is. Now, if you take a trade from me, Jonathan typically will put in there, take profits about 20% up on an option and about 30% up. After that, it's up to you. And people that get educated, some of the trades we make, we have one of those QQQ trades. We bought it for $1, went to $2.47. Some people made that kind of money because they were educated. We made 20%, 30%, not bad, nothing to kick about, but we made it. Insight number 8. There's a tendency to over trade in electronic trading. Over trading. So you got to have a plan. What's my plan? Will I trade before 8:30 tomorrow? No. I will watch the market and wait to after that market moving news on that report, the very first one for the month of July tomorrow. Make a decision. Chicken, fish, or steak. Make a decision and move on. Insight number 10. Some days your best decision maybe to stay in bed and don't force the trade. You wake up ready to trade. Maybe it's good to keep your hand off the mouse, as I said. Now, when the market makes new highs in the first half of years, it's about 50-50 on whether it's going to be up or down the second half. How will we know? Here's the first way we're going to know if the second half of the year is going to be a up market. You start seeing a close in this market above 55.97. There's your number. It's like a key to the safe. You got it. Does that help you understand this insight about flipping a coin versus not flipping a coin? Knowing that 55.97 is a green light. If you're driving a car, you keep going. You keep going if you're driving a car. That's what I'm telling you is my number and the number I will use. Now, if you want to be prepared, I got something for you. In less than 1 week, we're kicking off some of our greatest education we're given this year. I've been talking about it. It will start this week. How many of you would like to be with me as I show you insights and proprietary information to really do great the second half? It's called Old School 3.0. I'll teach you to conquer the markets by navigating the world of stocks and options. Old School, I've included live trading every month. Anybody ever traded live with me? How valuable is that? Do you think we call it scholarship time for a reason? Live trading every Monday at 10 for the month of July. July 9th, we have a 2-day intensive set of training. Jonathan and I will be teaching it. I'll be covering stock, options, how to set up the 24-hour trading, and the big picture. I'll show you how picking moneymaker stocks like NVIDIA, the 3 key time frames you can trade, and tell me this to let me know what really floats your boat. How many people want to learn how to day trade? How many people want to learn how to day trade? Say yes if you want to learn how to day trade. How many people want to learn how to do what I call swing trade? And most importantly, how many of you want to learn how to do long-term trading? It's probably not what you think, but to get to long-term, you've got to be green on day, green on swing, to be green on long. Nobody will teach it the way I teach it. Everybody understand? Green on day, green on swing, and green on long term. Roger, where are you from? I'll give you straightforward setups that I use, good habits to manage your account, how to trade earnings the right way, and chart reading T-Buzz style. Options. Who trades options? Somebody just typed in Tom Busby is absolutely the greatest market educator I've ever saw. Thank you for saying that. Maybe not true, but I do get a kick out of teaching people how the art of trading works. How to buy calls and puts. How to use income strategies. Taking a small account to a big account. How to avoid day trading disasters and violations. What a horrible rule they got today. I didn't have that rule coming up. I'll show you how to avoid it, where you don't end up in a day trade violation. I'll show you how to avoid it. How to improve your odds, reduce your risk, and how to repair trades. Eliminate emotions and do it. 24-hour trading, crude options. I love to trade crude. Crude's a great time. ETFs using that 7 o'clock number in the morning. 24-hour timing. Craig just typed in. Nobody, let me repeat what he just typed in. Nobody knows and teaches how to succeed in the stock market better than Tom. End of story. Greg, where are you from? That's a nice thing to say. Nice thing to say. Early bird target settings, tape reading 101. Old school trading. Through the month of July, I will be doing live trading every Monday at 10. What does that mean to you? It means it's a money-making opportunity, sets up. I'll show you where it is on Monday morning to kick off your week, just like I did this week. That Monday live trading, I'm going to do it at 10 o'clock. Pretty good. Let me read you what Mary Ann said. Tom, I've wasted a lot of money trading with other groups. You're absolutely turning my trading down. Finally, I'm making back the losses I've incurred and learning and educating myself on what I need to know. Thank you, Mary Ann. Mary Ann, where are you from? On Mondays, I'm going to teach you the two-way trade. Trade it live with you, and we'll trade it each week together. Using the DTI method, we'll look for opportunity to make 20 to 30% over the course of the next few days using options. Did you see the power of the numbers of doing what I'm doing this week? Did y'all see that in the first 3 days? Why would anybody not want to learn that that's interested in learning how to do the art of trade? To me, I'd be lined up to learn that information. I'm doing it this week. Credible power setups. It takes advantage of that opening bell momentum and great trade setups the last few weeks. Here's what old Bill said. Ed, you asked where Bill was. He said, I taught him to trade over the last 10 years. He used it today. It's reliable. And here's the big word, Should be in big letters. It's reliable, consistent, and simple. That's what Greg just said. And it gets even better. If the market turns around, our two-way trades build in opportunity to generate net profit while the market goes against us. You remember what I did back in 2022 for everybody? When the market wouldn't go up, it went down. And here's the best part. Once you learn what I'm going to show you, you can apply it as a cash generation tool every single day. You don't have to do it every day, but you'll have the knowledge when you look at the market to take advantage of it. Let's go through our curriculum that we're going to have this week. Old School 3.0. Starting in less than 3 days now. 3 phases of Old School. Let's talk about phase 1. Phase 1, I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to show you how to use tools like Roadmap and MTI. I'm going to show you the trading platform, the do's and the don'ts of how to use it. That's what I'm going to do. Phase 2, I'm going to teach you the DTI method, and you'll never, once I teach it to you, I guess the founder and creator of it is the best person to teach you. I'll show you how to connect the dots, finding those high odds opportunity, setting up trades, setting up the targets, and knowing when to punt. In other words, get out of a trade. I use time to evaluate options. That's what they are, based on time. I use it, and I'll teach you the insights to that. Phase 3, we're going to take all this theory, and then what are we going to do? We're not going to keep talking theory. We're not here to get a doctoral degree in theory. We're here to learn the practical way to take options and make money. I'll show you how market timing plays a part in it, how to set a realistic goal regardless of the size of your account, and grow those assets. After learning 3 phases, I believe you'll never see the stock market the same way again. People tell me my old school techniques is the greatest training they ever took in the market. This week, I'm doing it online, and all you have to do is sign up to be there. With Bill, become a legend at DTI. He's happy to get the review this week, and he will be there. Alan Collins is coming up this week. 14 years after taking Old School, he still thinks it's the best ever. Now, if you're ready to get in here with me and learn together for the second half of the year, it starts this week. The two-way setup I'll teach you has been with me week in and week out. That's why I don't get flustered. That's why I don't win on every trade, but I know that I work at it to make sure you get it. Now claim your online ticket to Old School before it starts. And guess what? You'll be invited to Monday's live trade. Now, just so you don't have any concerns about taking a spot, here's the guarantee. If you're not satisfied, if I don't do what I tell you, that I'm going to do and teach you, and you're not a better trader, at the end, we'll give you 100% of your money back. Can't be any better than that, folks. You got to ask yourself, do you really want to be a trader not to take that guarantee? I priced it where everybody here could do it. $449. There's limited spots, though, at this price. Take this time to take this spot. DTItrader.com/old school or call 904-416-1776. Let me read you what Denise just typed in. I knew nothing when I started trading with Tom. Thanks to Tom's education, I've doubled my small account and learned so much and know how to manage my trade. Brian asked, am I teaching trading reference bars in Old School? Absolutely, Brian. I'll be teaching how to use it. This is a training, Robert, but the live trading happens on Monday. understand, I'm going to go through the education, and every Monday, I'm going to live trade and apply these principles. Old School is online. I think it starts Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 3 to 5 this week. I have to verify those times. Jonathan, is that our times? Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 3 days, 2 hours each day on getting through the principles. Yep, that's it. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week. We'll record it. We'll talk about it. I'll do some practice with you to make sure you got it. Each Monday at 10 o'clock, we'll use those techniques that we teach you in the school. I'll answer all the questions. If it takes more than that time period, I'll stay. Absolutely. Old School, DTI Trader / Old School, called 904-416-1776. 3 o'clock, Mary Alice, 3 o'clock. There it is. Any other questions you might have, I'll be glad to answer. Ask the question. Will it be recorded? It's not only be recorded, you will get an executive summary delivered to your inbox when the class is over, highlighting each principle that you can go back and refer to. I'll cover everything this week, and then from time to time, I'll have reviews for the rest of the year, okay? To follow up, to make sure you got it. Can't beat that price, can you, for all that? Will you make money? Yes, if you listen, you're going to make money. Will you be paying that $449? Not if you risk $1,000 with me and go through the trade. Yes, no problem, Brandon. Here it is. We're going to type the schedule from 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 5 o'clock each day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, those that know me, why did I pick 3 o'clock in the afternoon to do those trades? Because if I see an opportunity that we could do maybe a swing trade, we'll do it in the class. Okay? Y'all like that idea? Have some extra money coming your way? July 9th through 11th from 3 to 5. I'll also cover the stocks, the 5 stocks I think everybody ought to own in their retirement account going into the year. Okay? Everybody got it? I got a big plan for Old School this week. Yeah, if you don't make it back, Robert, we'll give you your money back. I don't mind doing that. If I don't do what I say, I'll do that. After I teach you and educate you, you'll be loving it. You saw what Denise had to say. Denise, I like what Denise. I knew nothing. Now, Denise, let me ask you a question. Did you think you knew how to trade before you came to me? Edwin said, DTI and Tom have been my second longest relationship in 15 years, second only to his wonderful wife, Margaret, of 35 years. I won't read the rest. You're funny. Yes, there will be a replay. Mary, what I would do is take the tapes, Mary Ann, and send us questions if you had to miss a day or two, okay, of the classes, of the live. Bill Sample said, hey, join in, make money with him. Who knows, you might be as famous as I am. He was so famous, we named our printer after him. I see Kelly Barber's here, Barber at DTI Trader. Pretty cool stuff, isn't it? Pretty cool. Brian, what I will do on Monday is give you a choice of doing a straight call or straight put, and I'll give people that want to do a spread too. I'll give you 2 trades on Monday if we do one. Okay. Does that help you out, Brian? Help get you across the finish line? In other words, I'll give you 2 trades, a straight call or a call and a spread if you want to do it that way. Dinah C just joined. Thank you, Dinah. Diana, that's a pretty name. Diana, where are you from? All right, Robert. We'll give you your money back if it doesn't work for you, okay? I want to get to know you. Miami, Florida's in. Robert's in. All right. Fun in the sun. Fun in the sun. Robert, I'll go live trading on Monday at 10 o'clock Eastern time, okay? Tuesday will be at 3 o'clock to 5, the training. I'm going to go and do a live trade on Monday and walk you through it. We'll take what we did. What was the total amount of money? Tell me again it added up to this week so far. We started with 1,000. No problem, Robert. We'll tape it for you, okay? Sam says it was $2,440. You saw how we did it. $2,400 approximately, right? Absolutely. Let me thank Donna, Diana, Bishwam, Robert. Who else is going to join? John, I will cover how I trade crude oil and strategies around crude oil with USO and XLE. That'll be part of old school. Okay. Fred said, already joined already. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, it's a one-time fee for old school, Robert. See you, Edwin. Thank you for being here, taking your time and being here in support of what we do. Oh, the Gold Academy. Hey, Robert, put your name, email, and phone number in here, and I'll have somebody call you. We'll get you into Gold Academy where you get all the services. Okay. Would you like a VIP option for old school? That's what you'd like, Fred? Is that what you're saying? All right, I'll come. I tell you what, Adam. Monday, why don't we put something together for everybody that wants a VIP option? Okay. Brian, I'm doing pieces of old school. I have a class set up for August 7th and 8th. Put your email and name in here, and maybe Kelly or Brian will give you a call. Put your email and name if you want to know more about the in-person classes I'm doing. They got a list of it. Thanks, Denise, for being here and supporting us. Any other questions? Get on YouTube. Brian, put your phone number. Nobody else will see it and they'll call you, okay? Put your phone number and somebody will call and set up a time. Maybe we'll get on the phone together, okay? Jim joined the medallion program. Jim, it's paid off for you too, hasn't it? Yes, with a big yes. Do you enjoy the July 4th Did you enjoy this presentation today? Monica says, I'm in old school already. I can't wait. Don't worry, Robert. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. Well, this was interesting to say the least to be with you. If you're in my TNT program tonight, if you want to join that, I'll just put the email in there. It's tbuzztnt at DTI Trader or dtitrader.com/tbuzztnt. That's my deal. I got some, everything's happening, you know, everything's happening. We're going to have a great old school this coming week. People are going to love it. All right, DTI, one of my people will call you and set you up. We'll try to get you going. Thanks, Karen. Y'all have a great 4th of July. As a friend of mine told me today, Independence Day. And we get started tonight at 6 o'clock. Fred put his name and number in there. Somebody call him. Brian. Kelly, Mike, Jeffrey, we all make sure these people are called and set up to talk to me. As I always say, I'll see you on the flip side. Happy 4th to everybody. Thanks all you people, Adam and John and everybody helping me make this happen. See you, Chuck. Talk is cheap. It's time to put out, isn't it? Starts tomorrow.